Does it say recording for you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Hi, Famo. Thank you so much for joining me today for this student spotlight. So why don't you tell the people that are watching a little bit about yourself, so who you are, where you're from, and what you study at ARU London.
Hello, Natalie. Thank you for having me. I'm actually honored to be on the part of the Global Week. I am currently studying international business management, and I'm on my second year. When actually I've started the university, it was a bit terrifying for me. I had all these what if kind of, like, what if this doesn't go right? What if, so on. But as I've started, I've been challenged, and it took me, well, and also it took me a while to get used to the environment, the mix of people from different background, doing like different activities, and that has actually challenged me and have given me a positive all the challenges basically have given me a positive life change, and had made me different, different in my life basically.
Great.
I'm still working on my, I'm still working on them, like self-confidence and critical thinking and so on. Yeah, and also the lecturers have been a big help. Like, I believe that I have had like some of the best lecturers in the university. They have played and still playing huge part of my have like, they're easy to talk to, and they're always there for you.
Good. That's awesome.
That's the university for you. Where I'm from, as you can see, I'm wearing this for you today. This is called Dira. It's Somalian dress, and I thought like it would be perfect to wear it for this event. And yeah, I'm wearing it. I'm from Somalia, and like, Somalia is actually in East Africa. It's a really rich and beautiful country. However, in my opinion, we do not have quality people who can rule the country. We have been through it all. We have been through civil war. We haven't had a government for almost 20 years. Like, there was no ruler in the country for 20 years. And even today, the country is still not where it should be. And yeah, I'm actually proud of where I'm from. And you know what? Although my country has been through and is still going through a rough time, I'm still proud to be Somali, because we are the only country in Africa that has one religion, a language, and culture. Not only that, we also have the longest coast in Africa. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have that as well. And our people are like, we like to help each other through thin and thick. But when it comes to tribe, we kill for tribes, which actually that disappoints me, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great little roundup about kind of who you are and your story, and what Somalia is like as a country where you come from.
Yeah.
My next question is kind of, you've spoken about, you're from Somalia. So has there been anybody along the way that has inspired you or been the reason why you are where you are today?
Okay, first let me tell you a little bit about myself. I view myself as a business-minded person, although I've never been in that environment yet, because that's where I'm working towards at the moment. Um, and by that I mean, like, I've never worked in cooperation, like in big companies or any company. Actually, I have worked and still working in health industry, and you wouldn't believe it, but although I was within health industry, and I was working that in that environment for most of my life, I have been also like inventing things in my head, and I have actually invented a healthy actually drink called DDT. And also I have currently a website. I'm a logo designer. I have a website called Famo Brands. Yeah, but like I put on hold the drink. I put on hold on the drink because I'm studying and I cannot put like 100% on the business. Nevertheless, I'm working and on other drinks at the moment, and I would love to come up with at least 2 to 3 drinks before I finish university, so that so that I can, when I finish university, I can start with the business.
Yeah.
And yeah, you asked him a role model, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. My role model actually is my grandmother. She is the strongest person I know. And my grandparents were shepherds. And in those days, like long time ago, like nearly 100 years ago, and I say that because my dad is so like he was a lot older than my mom. I don't know how they fell in love, but they did. So my grandparents, they were shepherds nearly 100 years ago, and on those days there were no cars outside the city. There were few cars in the city. So whenever the people who live in the countryside, the villages and so on, wanted to get something like something that is simple as like rice, sugar, and other things, they would take their sheep, their cows to the city and exchange that with the product of their choice. So that was my grandfather's job. However, my grandmother, she was responsible for cooking, cleaning children, taking the sheep and the cows, the animals to the field in the morning and bring them back in the evening. And you know what? She was very strong, but that's not it. She was also like responsible for, because back home it's like this, like when you are a shepherd, you move a lot. You move to the places where it has rained and they have grass because of the animals that you have. So whenever they moved, my grandma used to build the house for the family. She gets some help from her husband, but she used to build it, the house for the family. And you know what? Whenever she gets pregnant and she becomes like 9 months old, she always takes something sharp with her whenever when she's taking the sheep and the cows. And then, you know, most of the time she used to come back with cow, sheep, and a baby. So
I mean, she
it,
sounds like an incredible woman to have strength
yeah,
and courage, but just to be able to do that, my gosh, she sounds like, yeah, an incredible woman. So I can completely see why she's your inspiration, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
My next question is, obviously, you spoke a little bit about the drinks that you've decided to, kind of create, and that you're a logo designer. That's really cool. So kind of what are your other passions and hobbies? You kind of see yourself as an inventor and wanting to go into, business, but what other parts of you are there that you enjoy and that you love doing?
Well, I love my family and friends. Like I like to enjoy life. I like to have fun, like laugh, and life is just it's too short. So I may as well, like, I like to go out with friends. Yeah, that's what I like the most. Like, I enjoy the company of my friends and family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a huge thing, isn't it? That we haven't been able to do as much of recently. That spending time with your friends and family is a huge thing. Um, to keep yourself occupied and to kind of keep yourself happy, really. To be able to socialize with other people and share in their joy as well, and them to share in your joy. Um,
Yeah,
so, you know, we know that right now is a difficult time, lockdown is difficult, and 2020 was kind of almost, it felt like a difficult write-off of a year. What have you been doing to keep yourself healthy and busy during lockdown?
to be honest, I'm still working. I still go to work because I'm a support worker, and I'm studying. And the only thing that has changed for me is like not seeing my family and friends, and I stay at home all day long when I don't have anything to do. But what I do is, like, I like to go for walks and maybe see my friends. Like, I don't mean that way, like I mean, like, I go to the park and some of them, they live near me, so we meet there. We are like 2 meters or more, maybe sometimes apart, but we see each other to say hi, and how we ask each other how things are going and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I most do. I cannot wait for this pandemic to be over, because I think everybody's tired of it now.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, the freedoms that we do have left, i.e., seeing, somebody outside, it's so important to
Yeah.
do that, because, there's been friends that I haven't seen in nearly a year, and
Mm.
I want to be able to see them, but they might live too far. But my friends that live locally, even if it's like, okay, do you want to go for a walk for 20 minutes during our lunch break or something like that, it's helpful for us to be able to, still
Yeah.
catch up with people and still spend time with people, even though it looks very different to what it might have done previously. um
Definitely. Definitely.
my last question for you, Famo, is, you know we know that 2020 has been a difficult year in many ways, but kind of what's your hope for 2021?
Oh, first things first, like, I just want this pandemic to be over. I am working on my assignments at the moment, and presentation and all that, like uni work. And I'm still in the middle of, like, creating the new drinks as well. Like, I want to drink, at least, as I said earlier, like, I want to create at least 2 or 3 more. I have one, and actually, you know what, I brought the drink to the university last year and the year before that, and we had different students at that time, and everybody who tasted it, included the lecturer at the time, they really loved it. So I'm happy. I've also taken it to different restaurants and different shops, and they've actually started. They asked me like how many I can make within a week and so on. So I think I cannot wait for to finish uni and then start with the business. To be
Yeah, and it
honest,
sounds like your hope for 2021 is to kind of see your business flourish and see, you know, yourself succeed in that way, which would be amazing to, you know, and you've said that restaurants and other places have wanted to endorse you and use your product, and that's such an amazing thing. So
yeah.
I applaud you on that. That's amazing. So thank you so much, Famo, for
But it's
chatting
currently
to
on
me.
hold though. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, say that again.
No, I just said like it's currently on hold. Like I'm not selling or anything. Like it's just on hold because I can't do the uni and work on the business.
Yeah, of course. But at least once you finish uni, hopefully, that you can pick this back up
Actually,
and keep going with it.
yes.
So thank you so much, Famo, for joining me today on the Student Spotlight and
You.
chatting to me. I have really enjoyed getting to know a little bit about you and, you know, what you do and what life is like for you at the minute. So thank you so much for taking your time out.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Natalie.
No worries.
Thank
And yeah, if any other student is watching this and would like to be our next student in the spotlight, then please do drop me an email. My email is n.hobkirk@angliastudent.com and I can give you more information. So thanks so much, Famo.
Thank you.